Hey there, it's Miss Guy, and today we are diving into session 12. The focus of session 12 is preparing for the future. So, the future meaning your next steps, your career, and all the things that you are going to do after your time at Nash Community College. However, if you are already in a career or you are already working, some of this stuff may be applicable to your current job. So, your focus this week is going to be on chapter 9, and you do have some reading notes that go along with chapter 9. So, you know already that you can choose. You can read chapter 9 first and then go back and do the notes, or you can do the notes as you read. So, you will click on the Preparing for the Future reading notes, and then you will click on, I'm struggling on my screen here. There we go. You will click and create a copy. You know how to do this by now of the reading notes. All right, so remember, you got to put a picture of yourself here. So I am looking at a human when I am grading. All right, so tell me all about the vocabulary terms that you will come across in your text. Make sure that you are only writing on the right-hand side and that your notes are in a different colored font. Expand for me your notes on the things that you've learned that are all listed on the left-hand side. As you are reading through, you will think about some of the reflective pieces by answering the reflection questions at the bottom. All right, so that should be pretty simple. You guys are super experts on these assignments by now. All right, now we're going into an assignment called interview preparation. Okay, so again, you will click on the interview preparation link. You will click make a copy, and you will now get your own copy of the assignment. So here is one thing that I would like to tell you. In any interview that you go to, you are going to get some very detailed questions about working with others, about teamwork, about challenges, about how you operate under stressful times or when you're working with people that are difficult. No matter what job you're applying for, they're most oftentimes going to ask you something to that effect. And I find it really beneficial to start thinking about those things before you actually interact with those questions. So I have chosen some possible questions. Of course, you're not going to see or hear the exact questions in any interview that you attend, but you may hear some like it. So using this set of potential interview questions that I've provided, I want you to think about what your response would be if these questions were asked of you, okay? So you can think about it in terms of maybe this is a written interview and you're just responding, or think about ways that you would verbally say this to people, okay? So what you have here is just a list of questions. We'll talk about the first one. What do you see as the most challenging aspect of working with a diverse group of people? What would you do to meet this challenge? All right, so look, if you're interviewing for Google, you're going to be working with a ton of diverse people, and they're going to be living all around the globe. All right, so this is a huge aspect if you're interviewing for a large company, or you may be interviewing for a job in the education field, or you may be interviewing for a job in the medical field. Guess what? If you're in the education field or the medical field, you are working with a super diverse group of people. And remember, diversity is not always about race. Okay, it could be about nationality. It could be about gender. It could be about age. It could be about religious beliefs. So, what do you see as the most challenging aspect of working with diverse people? And then what are you going to do to meet that challenge? What are you going to do to make sure that you're able to work with a bunch of diverse people? Okay. Now, you're going to do the same thing for every single attendance not an attendance question, sorry, for every single interview question. I'm so sorry, guys. All right. Those are going to be questions that I want you to truly reflect on and answer. All right. I'm going to look at these and read through these, and I really want to hear a genuine response from you, okay? I want to hear how you are incorporating your experiences and the things that you've learned thus far into these answers. I don't want a generic response. I want to hear from you as a person how things that you have experienced in your lifetime and things that you have learned through this course to answer these questions. And finally, you're going to reflect on this assignment. And there are questions there for you to answer in your reflection. That needs to be in a college level writing paragraph form. Some of you may need to divide those up in multiple paragraphs if you segment your work that way, or some of you could just incorporate all of that into one carefully written college level paragraph. Whatever your brain works best is fine. All right. Those are the 2 assignments for session 12, preparing for the future. And I hope that once you get through reading chapter 9 and learning about ways that you can prepare yourself for the future jobs that you may have or for the future work that you may be doing, and thinking about interviewing for those jobs, I hope that you will see that there are benefits to having lots and lots of knowledge about being prepared to work with diverse groups of people. As always, I am only an email away, so if you need me, send me an email. If not, happy workings.